Welcome back to the basement, where it's top level content from the lower level.
All right, then.
I thought you was rolling with it.
Oh, okay. So I shared a post the other day.
You want to restart?
No, we don't have to.
Okay.
Shared a post the other day, and I told you guys there would be an episode by Monday evening. And hopefully it's Monday evening when you're watching this. You know how it goes. Anyways, so the post was a little league team in White Sulphur Springs, the Falcons, made a post that said, it's with heavy hearts that we say that we signed waivers for kids to go to other teams because we didn't have numbers for cheer, or they didn't mention cheer, but they said football.
Yeah, football.
So they let their cheerleaders go. They let their football players that did sign up go. And on the post that I made, I said, why is this becoming such a common occurrence? And we did get some feedback on it, and I appreciate that.
We did. We got a lot of good feedback on that post.
We did. I want to mention some comments that I read. Some of them I don't remember, so don't be upset if I don't mention your comment. But one that I read was that parents just don't have time or the money for the fees.
Yeah.
Now, fees are going up.
Yeah, they're going up tremendously because the cost of jerseys, the cost of everything's going up. So it's causing your registration fees to cover all that to go up as well.
That's what some people don't understand is that the teams aren't making money on this.
No, a lot of times they're going in the hole.
Yeah.
Because they're paying for these teams. I'm not justifying. I don't like registration fees going up, but I'm one of them people.
Yeah.
But your jerseys are expensive, and then you got to. People don't consider this. One factor is they have insurance policy they have to have. And this registration fee goes into paying part of that insurance policy.
Not to mention helmets. If you buy just one helmet, depending on the helmet you buy, it's anywhere from $300 to $500.
Exactly.
And you got to buy 60, 80 helmets.
Yeah.
Now, they don't buy them every season or shoulder pads, but they got to put money back.
Every so often they have to have them refurbished too.
Yeah.
Exactly. You got to have them refurbished or replaced. I don't know if you guys know this or not. Football helmets have dates on them. They have like expiration dates because better technology comes out. They figure out more ways to protect the head. So that's something else. And leagues have to make sure when that time comes, they can afford to do it.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying, no, you should just suck it up and pay it. I get it. Not everybody can afford it.
Yeah, especially with the rising prices with groceries and gas and clothes.
And let's not forget siblings.
Yeah, siblings playing. So I get it. That is probably a huge factor into it is registration fees they're just not affordable.
Yeah.
And then, you got the kids that are going back to school that's not getting clothing vouchers right now. And
yeah.
That's another factor you got to factor into, especially with football. We're getting ready to go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge
you got
financial responsibility.
You got to get cleats and, of course the kids want the accessories. They want the gloves. They want the mouthpieces. Or you got to have a mouthpiece. But
the sleeves.
and
the spats.
Yeah, the back plates and all this stuff that they see their favorite players wearing. And honestly, none of it's necessary.
No.
But, I get it. I had boys that played football and I get it. Now, back when I played, it was, a lot simpler times.
You could flex them helmets.
But that being said, most places, this is just kind of like an argument to the comment, and I'm not arguing with you. I see your point.
Yeah.
But most places, or I can't speak for most places. I can speak for our team.
Yeah.
We offer discounts for siblings because
our whole league does, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So there's that. And also, a lot of these teams have a little bit of money that either, like we raised some money for an organization and, we said, hey, if you can't afford to come play, we've donated this money and that's what it's going to be used for.
Right.
Not every team can afford to do that. But a lot of them do. A lot of them will help with registration fees, let you pay over time, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, right.
Again, just that we know of. I do think it's a valid argument, and a lot of parents, they just work and they just can't, and I get that.
Yeah. What was it, like $75, $85 for registration now?
85.
85. That's a lot of money.
But I have seen it as high as 100.
Yeah. And then, I mean, they're actually one for cheerleaders. I think it was like $275 in one team in our league.
A piece?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah,
That's high. But
that's really high.
But, you know, I get all that. And then another comment that I read was kids don't want to get off video games. The mindset of kids nowadays definitely has changed from when I was a kid. But I was born in '88, so you know.
Man, you're old.
You was born the same year. Don't play with me. You know they got more things to do. Think about it this way: when we grew up with video games. So like we had the Nintendo, then the Sega came, then the PlayStation or whatever the order was, you know.
Right.
And so yeah, we played some games, but the games are not near as immersive as they are now. So we still went outside, ran through the woods, rode a bike,
Fishing,
whatever, you know. And I don't think that kids nowadays don't do those things. And I know a lot of parents that make their kids go outside,
right?
You know, play outside for a little while. I don't think that's the only factor. In my opinion, the factor that's causing all of this is travel sports.
Yeah, travel sports does play a big factor into it because it does run people away from sports. I mean,
I'm gonna get crucified.
I have a kid that has played travel sports, so I can tell you, if you can't afford registration fees for rec league, whew,
yeah,
it is an expense every time you turn around and travel.
Let me explain what I mean because somebody is going to hear that and they're just going to stop at that and they're going to get at me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying travel's bad. What I'm saying is that it's football season. But let's say this kid normally plays football and basketball.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden there's a travel basketball team.
Mm-hmm. Or travel baseball.
Or travel baseball or soccer, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the sport is. Now all of a sudden the kid's like, man, I don't think I'm going to play football this year because I want to keep playing basketball. And maybe they like basketball more and that's okay.
Yeah.
But also, you know, maybe it's that, you know, hey, I already know all the kids on my team. I'm comfortable over here. Let's stay here.
Right.
You know, and I'm not saying it's that way for every kid. Some kids are baseball players. Some kids are football players. Some kids are basketball players. They may be dual sport athletes, but they're better at one or the other, or they enjoy it more.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But when we grew up, you had football season, then you had basketball season, and baseball season. There was nothing
overlapped.
Nothing overlapped. Mm-hmm. And again, don't come at me over it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying that's what I believe is the cause of this.
Could be, or we're talking about football right now. It could just be that some parents view football as a dangerous sport.
It is a dangerous sport.
Yeah, but they view it as something they don't want their kids doing. I've ran into several people that are like, I'm not letting my kid play football because they're going to get hurt. Whereas in reality, they can get hurt playing basketball. They can get hurt playing baseball. I've seen kids get hurt playing baseball. You can get hurt walking outside, you know. But that could be why, because we have noticed a dip in numbers for football in the last couple years.
Another thing, too, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm just talking about in general. Mm-hmm. If a parent comes to a kid, there's a rule in my house that you ain't got to play what I like, what sport I like. You can play what you want to play, but you're going to do something.
Right, that's the way I am.
You're not just going to sit around all the time and play on your video. You can have your video game. I'm okay with that. I like my game.
Yeah.
But you're going to do something too. You know, you're going to play something, do something, keep yourself active.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They don't necessarily have to play a sport.
Yeah.
But they got to do something extra.
Yeah.
You got to do something.
Yeah. That's how it is here. It don't have to be a sport. It's just something. I don't care if you're in the band. I don't care if you're in the JROTC.
Robotic program.
Robotics. Whatever it is, you're going to do something though.
Right.
You know, but some kids are like, all right, well, I'm decent at basketball. And then they're like, you know, mom and dad want me to play a sport. I'll just come out and play football because my friends play it. Then they strap on them helmet and pad and get hit. And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah, that's a funny comment. We grew up hearing, and now we're hearing as coaches, the best way to make a basketball player is a tackling drill.
Yeah.
It's a true statement.
And that's not a shot at any kid.
No,
Absolutely
that's not a shot at any sport. I played both sports.
Yeah. So I mean, but I just think, I mean, yeah, times have changed, kids have changed, the world has changed. It changes every day, man. But I just think now kids have their hands in so many different things that they can't pick one.
Yeah.
And then so right now I know of a team that's a travel basketball team, and they're like in the middle of like one of their tournament times. So a lot of those kids that were dual sport athletes stayed with the basketball team, and they're not playing football this year. And I'm not saying that's the case in White Sulphur Springs. I'm just talking about in general. I don't know those kids. I don't know their situation. But I feel like that it's happening everywhere because the rise of travel sports, and I won't even say travel no more. I'll say off-season sports, because it's not supposed to be basketball season right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's football season. It's not supposed to be baseball season right now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, unless you're in the majors, but you get it. You know, high school baseball's over. You know, that's the thing. When you get up in middle school and high school, you can still play the travel sports if you want to. But if you want to play for your school, football season's here, basketball season's here, and football season's here.
Yeah. Another thing that we was talking about, we mentioned earlier, is the time. Sports has a lot of time you have to invest in it, between the practices, the scrimmages, the games, the preparation of getting to practice, of getting the equipment together. There's a lot of time that has to be invested in sports. I mean, we're looking at 4 days a week, 2-hour practices at 5:30. Most people don't even get off work till 5:30, 6 o'clock now.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to find somebody to get their kid there, and they just don't have that resource. So you're running out of that time, and time's valuable, but they don't have the time to get the kid, so the kid doesn't get to play. And, you know, I get it. You know, with jobs, I'm blessed with my job. I get off at 2:30.
Yeah.
You know, that's not the place for most people. Most people are getting off 4:30 to 6 o'clock to 7, or they have to work night shift, or they got to work swing shifts or evening shifts, and they just don't have the time to invest in the kid playing the sport.
Yeah, and, you know, there's single parents out there.
Right.
You know, like you said, parents without a support system. We get it.
It's tough.
We've coached for years, and we've taken kids to practice, taking kids home after practice. I'm pretty sure anybody that's coached any amount of time has done those things.
Right.
You know, and that's not pat me on the back thing. That's just, we realize that these things are real. We get it. But, you know, every time I see one of those, we don't have enough kids, the interest just ain't there. And it's not like that everywhere. I'm not saying that, you know, overlapping seasons is the cause everywhere. Sometimes it's just low interest, low population of kids in the right age group.
Yeah,
you
right.
know? But, you know, it's just becoming more of a common occurrence. But a lot of times, if you see during basketball season, you know, teams have enough to start 2-3 different groups of kids.
Right.
And also, that's another thing, too. You know, you got to have 11 kids on the field in football.
It's a lot.
You know, you can get by on a basketball team with 7 to 8 kids. You can get by, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more difficult to field a football team and have a couple subs, you know, because we've been there. We've played on teams where we just had enough to go play.
Right.
You know.
You didn't.
One game we finished 10 kids.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember growing up, they ask me now, like, what positions you play? Whatever position was needed.
Exactly.
We never left the field.
Yeah, you just wherever.
You just played.
Yeah. And, you know, man, I just wanted to touch in on that because it seems to be a really hot topic. And you know, I'm just using White Sulphur Springs post that I shared as a reference to the situation. But I've seen multiple. But that one's close to home, you know, so I figured we'd touch on it a little bit because, you know, I don't know their situation. I don't know their program. I don't know none of that. But, man, here a lot of the problem is, well, where's such and so? Kid you coached for years. Oh, he's playing baseball.
Right.
Where's such and so? Oh, he's playing basketball.
Well, that's what we was talking about with travel sports. It's not even that anymore. Let's talk about baseball right now. Now there's a fall baseball season in our area. So a lot of the kids that were playing football, which was one of them's my son, is now playing fall baseball.
Yeah.
So that takes away numbers as you got another sport popping up that at the same time as normally football season would be.
Yeah.
So like you said, an off-season sport. It's an off-season. for that. So
Yeah, and I guess I've kind of already said this, but I just want to clarify. I am not against it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, and I'm not throwing off on any kid that does that. If that's their sport, go play it.
right.
Just be out there playing. That, it don't have to be football because I coach football, or because we coach football. That's not what we're saying. We're saying we're addressing what we think is the cause of the problem.
Yeah.
And you may have a different opinion, but that's what I think the root cause of the problem is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be like a person said, oh, they just want to play their video game. They've done got lazy. Maybe that's the case sometimes. And sometimes it is the registration fees or parents can't get them to practice, whatever. But I think the majority of it is off-season sports.
Yeah. Off-season sports, and I'm going to lean towards more of it's just the way the economy's set up.
That's another thing.
That's what I'm leaning towards because I remember growing up, you'd make $20. You was sitting there like, I want to make $20 an hour. You was making $20 an hour when we was growing up, buddy.
Yeah.
You was it.
Yeah.
Now you make $20 an hour, and you're like,
Dang.
Dang.
I need more hours.
I need more hours. I need more of this. Even $30 an hour, you're still struggling. So I get it. It's tough. It's tough out there.
It
but
is.
That's what we think's going on with it. Let us know in the comments what you think's why teams are shutting down, why there's no kids out there playing sports. Let us know in the comments what you think, and we'll have that discussion again.
Yeah, we can revisit it. If somebody has a great point, we can make a short video. We can make a whole nother episode.
Yeah, right.
I appreciate the feedback that we've already gotten from it. If you disagree, you think I'm completely off base, then tell me why you think that, Let's just have a discussion about it, because I would genuinely like to know what the overall, we'll never know what the overall issue is,
yeah,
but
right.
I would like to know, from another team, if another team happens to see this and they're like, oh yeah, we got kids doing this and this and this, and there's just too much going on. Or if it's, hey, man, our area's been real hit and we just ain't, parents just ain't got it,
Yeah, right.
And it could be that, I don't know, man. I'm just interested in it because, it matters to me.
Yeah. Sports has always been big in my family. It's big in my family I have now. It always has been and always will be. So it's something that hits home to us.
Yeah, it is.
When you see kids not being able to play because there wasn't enough, man, it bothers you.
Let's just be honest. It's happening right now to us. One of our age levels unfortunately didn't have enough kids to have a team.
Yeah.
For the first time in 16, 17 years that the programs have been operating.
Mm-hmm.
And, we know what the factors are in that. But, it's hard to tell, man.
Yeah.
What's going on in other places. But I do want to know. So if y'all know, man, let me know.
Yeah, let us know. As always, it's top level content from the lower level. It's the basement.
Take it easy.